So now we will go for module 5, Fourier transform. The Fourier transform of the signal x of t is given by x of omega equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. The inverse Fourier transform is given by x of t equal to 1 upon 2 pi minus infinity to plus infinity x of omega e to the power j omega t d omega. So this Fourier transform, okay, in the previous module we have studied Fourier series. Okay, so basically Fourier representation, either it is Fourier series or Fourier transform, are applied to both continuous time signals and discrete time signals. Then why there are two, that is Fourier series and Fourier transform separate? Okay, so the answer is Fourier series is applied for periodic signals and Fourier transform is applied for non-periodic signals. Okay, so now this periodic and non-periodic can be a continuous time signal or a discrete time signal, that is x of t or x of n. Okay, x of t can be continuous time signal, that is tending from minus infinity to plus infinity, or it can be a finite signal which makes it as non-periodic, that is minus 1 to 1 or 0 to 3 and so on. Whereas okay, it can also be whereas when it is discrete time signal, that is summation from n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of n. Okay, so which is tending from minus infinity to plus infinity, or your x of n can only be between 0 to 5 or minus 2 to plus 2 and so on. So the basic knowledge of Fourier representation what you should have is Fourier series is applied for periodic signals, Fourier transform is applied for non-periodic signals. So with the knowledge of these two equations, that is Fourier transform and inverse Fourier transform, we will go for the solving an example. First one, find the Fourier transform of the signal x of t equal to del of t plus 0.5 minus del of t minus 0.5. Also plot magnitude and phase spectra. X of t is given, you are asked to find Fourier transform. First, basically our equation x of omega, okay, minus infinity to plus infinity, x of t e to the power minus j omega t dt. Next, substitute x of t, okay, whatever given in the question, del of t plus 0.5 minus del of t minus 0.5 e to the power minus j omega t dt as it is. Now minus infinity to plus infinity, take out this bracket, you will have del of t plus 0.5 e to the power minus j omega t dt minus summation integration minus infinity to plus infinity del of t plus 0.5 e to the power minus j omega t dt, okay, which gives you, okay, as you know that del is a function, impulse function, which exists only at this value, del of t at t equal to 0, or del of t plus 0.5 at t plus 0.5 equal to 0. So minus infinity plus infinity need not to integrate it. So this value exists, which is 1 into e to the power minus j omega t at what value of t? At t equal to minus 0.5. T plus 0.5 equal to 0, or t equal to minus 0.5 minus, okay, minus 1 into e to the power minus j omega t at what value? T, this is minus, t equal to plus 0.5. Okay, so once you substitute this, what you will find? E to the power minus j, okay, omega t equal to minus 0.5, minus into minus plus, which gives you j omega 0.5 minus this minus into this, which is minus remains 0.5. Okay, so what is this? E to the power j theta minus e to the power minus j theta, okay, or if you want e to the power j omega by 2 minus e to the power minus j omega by 2, which you can write it as cos of omega by 2 plus j sine omega by 2 minus cos of omega by 2. Okay, this minus sign plus j sine omega by 2. Am I right? Which gives you, okay, which gives you x of, sorry, so e to the power j omega by 2 minus e to the power minus j omega by 2. 0.5 I have converted to 1 by 2. Then cos omega by 2 plus j sine omega by 2 minus e to the power minus j omega by 2. This one. Okay. And hence you have x of omega as 2j sine of omega by 2. Right? So what is the magnitude of this? Okay, magnitude of this x of omega is, okay, magnitude is 2 sine of omega by 2. What is the magnitude of this? Okay, so this whole term, okay, 2 you take out. Okay, so magnitude of j sine omega by 2, which is x plus iy, is equal to root of x square plus y square. Okay, x plus iy is equal to magnitude. Okay, magnitude of this is root of x square plus y square. Here, okay, j sine omega by 2 is iy term. So x is 0, there is no real term. So what you substitute? Sine omega by 2 square. Root of sine omega by 2 square is sine omega by 2 itself, and hence I have written sine omega by 2 as it is and 2 as it is here. Okay, what is angle? Angle of x of omega, which is angle of 2, angle of j plus angle of sine omega by 2. Okay, so now for this, okay, what is angle of 2, which is real term? Okay, tan inverse of y by x. Tan inverse of y by x means this is x term, y is 0, so tan inverse of 0, 0. What about this? 0 plus tan inverse of j. Okay, so how do you find angle? Tan inverse of y by x. So j is 1. Tan inverse of 1 by x term is 0. Right? Real term is absent. X is not here. So x is 0. Tan inverse of 1 by 0. Tan inverse of infinity, which is pi by 2. Plus now you have to analyze this one, sine omega by 2. So here in some cases your form is, whatever the given form was rectangular, x plus iy form. Okay, so there you can use the formula tan inverse of y by x. But in some cases you are not given a rectangular form and you are getting, okay, a term where you need to find the angle of this, which is sine omega by 2. Okay, so here the total angle of this, which I can represent angle of x of omega as theta of omega if I want. Okay, which is pi by 2. Okay, j terms pi by 2 plus angle contributed by sine of omega by 2 is 0. Okay, for what value? For sine of omega by 2 when it is greater than 0. Okay, so when sine of omega by 2 is greater than 0, okay, this whole value, when it is greater than 0, what it is contributing, the angle contributed by it is 0, and the angle contributed by it is minus pi. Okay, for what value? For sine omega by 2 less than 0. Okay, so now if, okay, if I try to show you how it is 0 and this is pi by 2 minus pi, which is minus pi by 2. Okay, so your sine of omega by 2. Okay, so sine of 0.5 omega greater than 0. So if your axis is somewhere like this, okay, this is your omega axis. Okay, so sine of 0.5 omega, that is sine of omega by 2, if yours is this, okay, sinusoidal signal. Okay, what is being told is sine omega by 2 is greater than 0. Okay, it is positive. Okay, omega by 2 value is positive. So when omega by 2 value is positive, okay, the angle contributed by it is 0. Okay, what it is contributing, the angle contributed by is 0. Whereas when you have sine omega by 2 less than 0, when it is towards negative side, okay, when it is towards negative side, okay, whatever the angle you are getting, okay, the angle contributed by it is, okay, by minus pi. Okay, now why the angle contributed by sine omega by 2 when it is greater than, okay, 0, sine omega by 2 greater than 0. So for example, this cycle, okay, positive cycle, consider a positive cycle. Okay, so your value is positive. Okay, and hence whenever you consider positive cycle, okay, omega by 2, sine of omega by 2 greater than 0, angle contributed by this, okay, take any angle, 30 degree, 50 degree, anything, it becomes, okay, it is, there is no phase lag or phase lead. Okay, it is the same. Whereas when it is sine omega by 2 less than 0, okay, somewhere on the left side, okay, when sine omega by 2 less than 0, okay, so by what value it is, okay, your angle is lagging or leading, it is, okay, it is, okay, lagging by pi. Okay, and hence it is minus pi. Okay, which is pi by 2 minus pi, which you can write it as minus pi by 2. Okay, and hence you can plot it. Okay, this is your, okay, sinusoidal signal. Okay, now magnitude. So now the, okay, the zero crossings of x of omega you can find always by having the x of omega, whatever you have got, okay, x of omega you have got it as, okay, you have got it as 2j sine omega by 2. So zero crossing of sine omega by 2 can be found out by sine equating this to 0. Okay, or omega equal to, okay, omega equal to sine inverse of 0. Sine inverse of 0 is, okay, pi of integer m, means any multiples of pi, then by 2, which is plus or minus 2 pi m. M is an integer. Okay, so, and hence you can plot x of omega as 0, 2 pi. Why 2 pi? Because m equal to 1, 2 pi, m equal to 2, 4 pi, m equal to 3, 6 pi. Similarly, minus 2 pi, minus 4 pi, minus 6 pi. Okay, so now what is the value at magnitude of x of omega at 0? Okay, this one magnitude you told it as 2 sine omega by 2. At 0, if you want to plot, then put omega equal to 0, because you want the magnitude of x of omega at omega equal to 0. So x of omega at omega equal to 0 can be found from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, x of t e to the power minus j omega t, okay, omega t dt, by putting the values, okay, by putting your value, okay, at t equal to 0, okay, you can find that it is 2, okay, omega at any values, okay, you can plot it, okay, or simply if there is any confusion, just go on having the values 0 to 2 pi, 2 pi to 4 pi, okay, 4 pi to 6 pi, and similarly okay, which is 2, okay. So now at what values I am plotting? At omega equal to 2 pi. 2 pi means, okay, this one, 2 pi. Sine of 2 pi by 2, sine pi, which is 0. Sine at 0, sine 0. Between 0 to 2 pi, what you have? Here I have pi. Okay, so when you get it, sine pi by 2. Sine pi by 2 is 1. 1 into 2, 2. And hence you have the magnitude as this 2. Similarly for all the things. Okay. And this is magnitude of x of omega versus omega. And now angle, okay, angle of this, okay, which is 0, again the same thing, 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, minus 2 pi, minus 4 pi, minus 6 pi. Okay, so as been told, for omega by 2 greater than 0, it is pi by 2. Okay, pi by 2. Okay, and similarly for this, it is minus pi by 2. So varying between pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. This is your omega. This is theta of omega. This is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay. So initially, whatever you are going to take, sine of 0.5 omega, this one, sine of omega by 2 greater than 0. Initial value sine 0. Whatever the contribution is 0. When you consider omega by 2 less than 0, okay, towards the negative side, it will contribute minus pi radians. Okay, so this is magnitude and phase plot of x of omega. Okay, we'll try to solve one more example.